Hey kids, have you ever looked up at the moon and thought it looked a little bit like a giant cheese wheel? Well, in our story today, that's exactly what everyone believed. And guess what? Someone tried to take a bite. Get ready for a cheesy mystery, the case of the missing moon cheese. In the town of Cheddarville, yes, everything there was a little cheesy. Everyone knew the moon was made of the finest, biggest wheel of Swiss cheese ever seen. Every night they would gaze up and say, "Oh, look at that lovely lunar gruyere." One morning, the townsfolk woke up and gasped. A huge semicircular bite had been taken out of the moon. It looked like a giant mouse had been very busy. The mayor, a plump man named Mr. Stilton, called an emergency town meeting. Who? He boomed, his voice echoing through the cheesy town square. Would dare to nibble our precious moon cheese? A little squirrel named Natsy piped up. Maybe it was a giant space squirrel. A grumpy badger grumbled. Nonsense! Space squirrels don't exist. Just then, a very sleepy cow named Daisy mewed loudly. Meow over everyone. I saw something last night. Everyone leaned in. Daisy yawned widely. I saw a very tall, very wobbly ladder reaching all the way up to the sky, and a little boy wearing pajamas covered in glow in the dark stars trying to lick the moon. The townsfolk looked at each other, confused. A little boy. Suddenly, a small voice quaked, "Oh, oh." Standing behind a giant block of cheddar was Timmy, still wearing his terry pajamas with a tiny bit of yellow dust on his nose. "Timmy!" exclaimed Mr. Stilton. "Were you trying to eat the moon?" Timmy shuffled his feet. "Well," he mumbled, "it looked really yummy, like a giant cheese cracker, and I was a little bit hungry before bed." The townsfolk started to chuckle. A little boy mistaking the moon for a cheese cracker. Mr. Stilton, trying to sound stern, but with a twinkle in his eye, said, "Timmy, the moon is not for eating. It helps light up the night." Timmy looked up at the slightly smaller moon. "Oh," he said sheepishly. "Sorry, moon." From that day on, the moon in Cheddarville had a permanent bite mark, and every time they saw it, they remembered the little boy who thought the stars weren't the only tasty things in the night sky. As for Timmy, he got extra bedtime snacks from then on, just in case.